Hurricanes are not coming inside tonight. We're going to leave them out in the nut house. Pam is on, and she's going to monitor them throughout the night. We have to do a lot of shifting because the bugs can no longer be 4 and 4. So we have them 2, 2, 2, and 2. We have 2 in Kennel 8, 2 in 10, and then it's Elvis, and then 2 and 6 and 2 and 5. So Hurricanes did well on their walk down to the barn. I think the sound, someone said no sound. I think the sound is on. Hurricanes did well on their walk down to the barn. Irma got scared and ran back to V-Pen. Mo was there. She caused a lot of problems during the whole thing. Dogs got scared of her, and then it was just kind of downhill from there, and then they scattered a little bit. But once they got in the habit of that, they'll be fine. They liked, so that worked out well. And now they're going to be outside, and hopefully they will stay outside because they are big dogs now. So that is the plan. Let's see. So yeah, Carlene gave me some new wraps to try on Walter's leg. It's like kind of like a sock almost. I'm going to try and tape it up, let the air get to it. Recently when I've been letting the air get to it, it just starts to bleed a lot. So I'm not really sure what we're going to do on that. I think I got to sit down with George, and we have to really think about a long-term plan here, because we've grown probably about, I don't even know if you can see, maybe like that much skin in about 2 months. So I don't know. It's a big surface area to cover. It's pretty gnarly. So we will see. We shall see. Tomorrow's supposed to be rainy. Thanksgiving Eve of overeating. Yeah. So that'll be good.
Hanging out with family.
Yep. What are the Hurricanes' weights? They weigh anywhere between 28 and 30 pounds, I believe.
More coming, huh?
So.
Yep.
Those boys.
They are chunky monkeys.
Oh, boys. Oh, where's Bud with the fire? He put the fire on.
He's hooking up lights outside to light up, so when we don't
isn't
fall
that
down,
wonderful?
we don't fall down on our face. Have you considered a consultation at a vet school? No, I've just been dealing with George. We've been doing pretty well. If we were going to do skin grafts, he has to refer me to like some sort of like plastic surgeon or something. So we'll see. Who will be here Thanksgiving Day? Pam, I think Pam's here.
Yes.
Grace is here.
Yep.
Carlene's here.
Yep.
You're getting a dinner from Spinelli's?
Spinelli's.
Yeah, that turkey looked good. I wish we could have. When we bought a turkey from Spinelli's for this year's calendar shot, and we would have brought it back here for everyone to eat, but it was like just
sitting out.
It's sitting out. We were touching it, and we had to spray it with oil every now and then to make it shiny, and it was just. But it looked really good. So
Yeah, we have a good amount of people here coming.
And anybody else who needs to
and
have a
anybody
place
that wants to come is welcome. There you go. Are the bugs fighting with each other? It's not really fighting. It's just they're getting big, and to squish 4 of them in a small spot, they're just getting like crowded and grouchy. No one's attacking anyone. I mean, they're not. Today, Shannon was stuck on that. All of them were on Basil,
It's
but
like
it was
living
just
with 2 sisters in the same room.
yeah, sharing a bed in a small space. So yeah, yeah.
They're gonna fight.
Yeah, so we've split them 2 and 2 for now until if we have to
Do you
shift
have
again.
enough room for that?
I have 3 dogs on the back deck, and I doubled up here. So yeah, we have. I had to double up adult
You know,
dogs.
I have a feeling that the doubling up here makes them chew those doors faster.
Probably.
Because it's the doors that have the doubles in them that get chewed quicker.
Yep.
Yep. Tom said he tried, the one that's been out there now has lasted for a while. I told him
But
about
we moved
that
Hayden.
philosophy.
Yeah.
We moved Hayden, but Hayden doesn't chew the door down below.
Okay.
He doesn't even touch it actually.
I think it
which
was
is
playing in
interesting.
between it, like she said, because you
Yeah.
could see their heads going back.
They're back and forth, and then they're like, "This is cool.
Yeah,
Let's
and then
just
it's
chew
in
on
the
this."
way.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Hurricanes are outside in the nut house. Pam is going to monitor them every few hours. So far, it's silent. They're sleeping, so we'll see how long that lasts. It's going to be. It's warmer today. It got up to like 58 degrees today. Windy
the weather?
still,
It's
but it
supposed
was.
to rain tomorrow?
Yeah, it's going to rain tomorrow.
It says it's raining today.
Maybe
was
maybe
hitting
later
later.
tonight
Yeah, it
into
was hitting
tomorrow.
a little bit earlier.
Tonight into tomorrow. But yeah, we're 55, 50 degrees. It's pretty nice. Other
It
than
was
the
very
wind. The
nice.
wind is a little, but other than that, it's really nice. Not complaining at all. Let's see. You guys always ask me who my star is, and in the moment when I'm working with the dogs, I remember, but now sitting here, it's really
Print of that.
tough for me to. You got it right here. Yep, I see it. This one.
No,
Oh.
it's a print.
No, that's the direction. Well, that's how I would be inclined to go.
So Bello was great today. I had to run into Costco, and it was nuts in there, and he was a champion. So I would say Bello was my star of the day. He's a good boy. He will make a good match someday. Gretchen's doing well with her person. Gretchen looks thrilled to be a house dog, so that is all good things there. Other than that, I think we're pretty good. Yes?
This is your directions on how I wrote about there.
Yep. I
What
guess,
I-
yeah, I'll take this.
Yep, and that's what the last couple turns look like.
Okay.
This is Route 28.
Okay.
This is 495. You don't want to get on the other side of 495. If you have, you've missed that turn.
Okay. Got it.
And that's the kind of thing I wrote down on that piece of paper.
And his name is Richard. Okay.
Richard, the phone number.
Okay.
And you better take collars or leashes or something.
Yeah, I have leashes in my car always. I always have 3 for my 3, so
Okay.
I have enough. What are bug
Okay,
teams?
before we get through with Richard here, are you going to call him now and tell him when you're going to be there? Is that going to be
I don't know time-wise. Tomorrow's like a huge traveling day, so
I
I don't know
know.
what kind of traffic I'm going to hit.
I'm
So
thinking that maybe you should not leave at 8. Maybe you should leave at 9.
whatever. I don't know. I don't know what would
Well,
be
because
better.
if you get it mixed in the commuter traffic besides, you're really in trouble.
Yeah, I mean,
Because-
my plan was to come here at 8 and make bowls so I can feed
Yeah.
and do that, and then leave after
Are you
that.
heading down through Boston?
Yeah, I think so. To Boston 90 south on
It's
93.
Anywhere between 10 and after 10 is usually the time I head out.
Is better.
But it's like tomorrow
It's
is
either way.
There's like 80 million people.
I know.
Well,
Tomorrow.
you've got the commuter traffic boot
Yeah.
to boot, so
Use your maps.
Yeah, I'll use maps. Will direct you around
And
a
it
lot of
will
traffic.
also
Yeah.
tell you'll see it as your traffic tells you how long it's going to take you.
Sometimes it'll say, "Want to save 5 minutes? Do this," and I'll
Yeah.
say yes. Carlene, they want an update on the donkeys. You can do that at mail call. What are the bug teams? I can't remember who's with who. It's written on all the boards. Oakley and June are in 10, and I think Basil and Sage are together, and River and Lily, and process of elimination. You guys can guess who the other ones are. Oh my, the Hurricanes are at the next step. Do we have a Facebook page for Gretchen? Not yet that I know of. A baby monitor would work in the nut house. We had talked about that. That's funny. My sister, I think, has one that she doesn't use, so I can bring that here.
I had that that wireless camera, but I never got
Yeah.
it hooked up. So the baby monitors are easier.
I saw a man taking a little dog into Starbucks yesterday. I didn't go back to see if they let him stay and if he was claiming that it was a service dog. It's tough. I mean, anybody, it can be. I mean, it can be a hearing dog. It can be a seizure alert dog. I mean, I probably look like I have fake service dogs when I'm having a dog that is. I had a dog in Starbucks yesterday that flipped out over the coffee sounds. When they do the whip, that
Yeah, the cappuccino machine.
cappuccino machine does that swirly sound.
Yeah.
She shot. I was off to the side. She shot backward. You know, we stepped back, and you can tell I work through it with the dog. And I'm, you know, you're good, staying here, good. And I talk, and people sit there and they just watch me work through the like, you know what I mean? They're like sipping their coffee, just staring at me. But I backed her up, took her a minute, did the step whoa, walked her back into it, and then she stood for it. But I probably look like a nutty sometimes. That people are probably like, look at that
Well,
fake
you could have
service
got
dog.
thrown out because the dog wasn't behaving.
Yeah, she
And
shot backwards. Yeah, she definitely shot backwards.
That would be a legitimate reason for throwing you out, even if you were a service dog.
Yeah, exactly. So
I got thrown out of Walmart.
Yeah, like even a dog barking at someone, you can get kicked out.
Yeah. Well, that'd be
And
fine. You know,
it's acceptable. It needs to happen. People need to realize that they can kick dogs out. But like I said, people probably look at me like, that's a fake dog. She looks fine. But also, not all disabilities are visible. So
that's
you
true.
can't
It's
always.
about the behavior.
Yeah.
It's the behavior of the dog. When the dog walks through a store, I can tell you in 1 second whether it's a service dog.
Yeah.
And you'd think by now half these people that bring their pets out, their pets would become well behaved.
Yeah.
I know, but they don't.
Yeah. No, it's nuts.
4 on the floor.
4 on the
within
floor.
2 feet of your knee.
Yeah.
If they're not that, right there you can throw them out.
Yeah.
They're barking. That would be bad.
Anyways, all right. Well, I'll be here tomorrow morning. I'm going to feed and stuff. So
And you are now responsible for Richard.
I'm responsible for Richard.
Do these people know what's going on?
No.
I will now tell them.
Okay.
And you can go home.
All right. I'll see you in the morning.
Okay, see you in the morning then.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, mail call?
Mail call. Mail call. Explaining what Megan is doing tomorrow. That friend of mine down south of Boston has actually, she owned the mother of Bailey originally, and she eventually had some females of ours. Candy, is it Candy? No, Cookie. Cookie being one of them. Cookie, where's Cookie? Cookie. Cookie is,
Cookies and cream?
yeah, Cookie's. Cookie is Bentley's aunt. That's the mother. Anyway, she had Cookies, and Cookies had a couple litters for us. And the litters involved Lola, Ebony, Willow, Mia, and Perry. At any rate, the woman just has died of a brain tumor, and the husband cannot cope with, he's got 3 females right now. He's got Cookie, the original one, and 2 daughters, which are the siblings of the ones I just mentioned. They are now 4 or 5 years old, something like that. And he called and he cannot take care of them. He's just overwhelmed with 3 dogs. Because the friend of mine, Tracy, was the animal person in the pair, and he's overwhelmed. He does want to keep Cookie. So I said we would take our 2 back again. Not spayed either, so we now have 2 breeding females coming back, which I don't think we will be using for breeding, but you never know. You gotta see what they look like, but I don't think we need any at the moment. Do we need any? That means that tonight what we will do a great deal of is listing what dogs we do have and where they are and what's the state of them. Because I would not be inclined to breed the one that was the funny color. I don't know why not, but I might not. But there is one black one there that has 1 white foot, is all I know. So we'll see what they look like when they get back here. Megan says she thinks she knows somebody who would like the pair of them. It would be nice to keep the 2 together. But they probably aren't trained much at all. She was the animal person. She would have them sort of farm trained. They'd be that sort of thing, but there again, they would be attached to her and not Megan. So Megan is now going down on her own with 2 leashes and see what happens. And our debate was, what time do we try? And it's all the way the other side of Boston. So any way she goes at any time, she's going to have an awful time with traffic. So that's just how it is, apparently. And then by tomorrow night, we should have two more dogs here, and I don't know where we're going to put them either. But we'll figure it out. On we go. I lost my help. She left me.
just remembered something. Here I am. All right, you ready?
Do you remember things often?
Yeah, occasionally. Occasionally.
Okay, we are having Linda Buffington, Green Valley somewhere. It must be Arizona, maybe, AZ.
Oh, yeah.
She had to print that in. It wasn't on the little sticky thing. You're going to look in the envelopes, aren't you?
Yep.
'Cause I didn't do it. Well, that's a pretty card. That's a pretty card. Oh, there's a $2 bill. Wow, and a check. Wonderful. Happy Thanksgiving to you and all your staff. Thank you for all you do. And she would like one chicken brick. Well, we'll put that pretty card in here. We did that, and we got the bucket. Wow, such efficiency. Overwhelming. To Miss Carlene and friends, that must be you guys. Carol Pippett, Laurel, Maryland. I'm glad Megan's going down to get those dogs. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do stuff like that. Okay, Carlene and staff of all the people and the dogs and the donkeys at HA. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Carol Pippert, Aussie Cat. And a check. And I'm trying to open it, so I put it in the bucket open so it doesn't fall down too far. Fresh carrots and other treats for all. Wasn't that wonderful?
That's wonderful.
Thank you very much. That's
Take care,
wonderful.
Liv.
And we have Charlotte Turner, Enid, Oklahoma. I've been in Enid, Oklahoma. Seems to be my sister's in-laws were from something like that.
It's mac and cheese.
They got that one's
Not
yours.
quite done yet.
I brought cider donuts. Cider donuts. Yeah, brought them down from.
A check for a calendar. I watch the farm every day and enjoy everything that happens. Keep up the good work. Charlotte Turner. And she has her
2 pies.
address on her check, so I don't have to do that. So I can put that in there.
Wonderful.
And put that in there. Hi, Bud. Bud got the fountains out of the pond today. And I hear you put lights around the place too.
No.
No?
Already there.
Oh, they were there? You made them work or something?
Lights are on.
You did something with the lights, I got told that.
Well,
Okay.
Turn on a switch if that counts.
And turn it on.
Why did the chicken cross the road? He saw what happened to the turkey. Thanks for all you and all the crew do at Crazy Acres. Marcia Whitaker. Thank you very much, Marcia. Hey, Martha.
Is it
I'm still
C-H?
Marcia.
S-H?
Sha.
Marcia's one of those names that can go
Yeah.
a million different directions.
For 2 chicken bricks. Okay, so we put that in there, and then we put this in here. And then we have this one, which looked a little strange, so I didn't know what it was. Open dry dressy only. Let's try that one. That could be interesting. Oh, isn't that wonderful? What the hell? It's a credit card. I don't think I asked for that. Oh, but the 0% like hell. And it's $90,000 credit. Isn't that wonderful? I don't think so. I don't like it when they do things like that. I got enough problems with the ones I got. I'll tell you, the screwy credit card business made the temperature in our barn drop this morning to 50 degrees. And it was the problem, it was a banking problem. Because our bank was hacked last August, so that all our checking accounts and savings accounts, mine and service dog projects, all had to be duplicated. Okay. So now we have a couple checking and a couple savings each, and they duplicate them. And now I've got 12 credit cards. So guess what happened? I forgot to change over the automatic payment for the oil to the new credit card. So they got they submitted a bill and got told it was no good. And so they did not put us on automatic delivery. They put us on must call because they had no way to get paid. So, in other words, we ran out of oil this morning.
I still think they should have made some kind of
I would think that would have been
a
nice.
call,
Did you hear
courtesy
that,
call.
Bud? Were you aware of that? Yeah. Because of the credit card thing, well, they had the old number, and it never occurred to me to call them up and give them a new one. So they didn't
Okay.
think they had payment, so they stopped us and made us go on, instead of automatic delivery, we had to call to get delivery, and we were
We
down to
didn't know.
down to 17.
Propane. I was just gonna say,
Propane.
we're not using oil anymore.
Yeah, propane.
Yeah, we were down to 17% in one tank,
Okay.
and the heater was going on and off and on and off and on and off. And it was all because of the credit card screw up.
Yep, it happens.
Yes, so I'm not thrilled with banks, as you all know anyway.
Well, you think they would call if you've been a customer for years. You've been
Yeah.
a customer with Holden for
Oh, yeah.
not just since this.
You know, at least 4
Um,
or 5 years.
no.
Since the furnace was installed.
No,
The barn furnace, been there at least 3 or 4 years.
that's, yeah,
Just since
That-
then. But still, you would think they would say, hey, did something happen?
yeah.
You've been paying regularly now.
The
you
trash
haven't."
people called me.
I mean, that's just,
My friends, the trash people.
it just seems like the thing you would do, right?
Well, it also has to do with how big the outfit is and whether they notice stuff like that, you know? I mean, I
Oh, okay.
I hate to be critical of, you know, officers that don't notice things that they're supposed to notice. So that gets awful close to home. Kyle Rogers, Mrs. Kyle Rogers. We run into that name now and again. This is a nice box. Why would we needing nice boxes? Oh,
You
no,
said we
different
needed
shape.
nice boxes.
This is not the right shape. This is not the right shape. Okay. There we go. And what do we got here? We got 150 of something. I think that probably P-pads, pet trading pads.
All right.
No, we need boxes to take down to. There are several places in town that are going to sell our calendars and the
Oh, yeah, that's
and the
good.
pictures from previous calendars.
Yeah.
And so we need boxes that fit exactly that, but I don't think this is the right shape. So Bud can have this one, just cut it up. Here, Bud.
That's fine.
Where are
That's
they
yours.
from? We don't.
What?
I said, we don't know where Kyle Rogers.
Kyle Rogers.
I don't remember.
Mrs. Kyle Rogers. Here she is. Somebody's going to call us and tell us. Service Dog Project. Oh, hi. She's pregnant. Actually, he didn't really look at her too closely. Why?
Rogers with a D, or I'm telling you, names are complicated, bud.
That's what he said. That's why he said 2 weeks away. Huh. You don't suppose he's got a tumor in there or something? I thought I'd seen it move. I'll go pay attention tomorrow. No, he was here for the foot. I have a lot of stories to tell you about, well, you probably know them. I didn't know he basically was a teenager at Charlie, what the hell was his name? Charlie Rice?
Lane. Lane.
Charlie Lane. I didn't know that. He has to have been the kid that got on all the horses that Charlie bought. And Charlie went to the auction every week. and bought horses back. And I was there every 2 weeks because of the want advertiser. So I used to stop in every 2 weeks and see what he had. I was there, and that's where who was it got that nice Arab? Lisa Simons, that Arab stud colt that was had pneumonia or something. Yep. And then I didn't realize that, that Brian worked for Bucky Needham. Do you remember Bucky Needham? He's apparently still around, so I can't say too much over the phone. At any rate, I got to get back to mail call. But it was really quite an interesting conversation because I'm sure I must have run into Brian there shoveling for 50 cents an hour or something. It was interesting. But that was really an interesting conversation because I must have known Brian as a kid.
What Brian?
Brian, the veterinarian.
Oh. When he was a kid, you knew
When he
him.
was a kid in Rockport, he used to work at a stable that I used to stop in at every 2 weeks. When I was out delivering magazines, I'd stop in this place. It was right on my road. And I knew the guy that owned the place, Charlie Lane. He used to go to the auctions, the regular auction type thing, and buy horses. And I thought he had a very good eye because he had some good horses there. Every once in a while, you'd find a real bargain. And I bought a lot of horses from Charlie Lane. What I didn't know was Charlie Lane didn't know a damn thing about horses. It was his wife that knew. And she was the one that had the good eye. But we bought a horse there. I just mentioned it to her. It was an Arab colt. It was a stud colt. And it was way in the bottom of his barns. His barn was a wreck, sort of all sorts of things. It was in the cellar, and it had pneumonia. And so I knew that it was a good-looking colt. And so I came back, and I told one of my 4-H members about it, the family. And they took a chance on it, and they took it with its pneumonia and put it in my barn, actually, and had it neutered. And that colt went on to win absolutely all the long-distance races in New England.
That's fun.
The 50 and the 100-mile race up in Vermont, she did miles on it. She did miles on it. At any rate, it's just sort of an interesting conversation. And before he was a veterinarian, he worked with a horseshoer for 3 years because I had him trim up. I mean, he was here and he had all his tools out anyway because he was working on May's feet. So I had him trim up Pocket's feet, which are just slightly crooked, and he did a good job, for a guy who's not a blacksmith. And so I commented, gee, you must, you did a good job with that sort of. He said I was a blacksmith for 3 years, and that's when we got into this conversation. And it turns out I must have known him. Interesting.
Yeah.
He was the kid at the barn. This guy would bring back all these horses from the auction and not knowing what on earth they were capable of. And Brian was the kid to get on and see whether he could stay on.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't say enough how much I like him.
He's a
so
nice guy. He's a bright
He's
guy.
nice, he's pleasant,
And he works hard. When you call Brian, you're sure that whatever it is you need to get done, he's going to get it done.
Yeah.
He's not going to go home and, get tired and come back again. He's strong. Mm-hmm. He will get done whatever he's supposed to do.
And he has a helper now.
And he has a nice.
For a while.
He always brings what he needs to get the job done, and he knows by now that he can't rely on me. Although he came in the driveway and I was asleep in my car.
I told him
One of
you were in your
those.
car.
And he almost took my picture so he could show everybody, but he decided not to.
Yeah.
I thought he's a very smart guy too. I don't have a thing to open this, so I don't have to open it, do I?
No.
This is Sam Keys,
Oh, okay.
and my guess is it's training pads because that's what it says.
Wonderful.
It is because we need some. That one goes there, and then that goes there.
It's here.
I lost my knife already? How come I lost the knife? I'm usually so careful with that knife. What do you suppose I did with it? I usually am very careful. I got another one now. Okay. Who we got? Kyle Rogers.
Mrs. Kyle.
Mrs. Kyle Rogers. I'll put that up here someplace. Another nice box. Here's some more kindling for you, bud.
Yeah, that's great.
And we have another 150 of those things. Oh, pet training pads. I get a kick out of pet training. Baloney.
It is
They're just-
baloney.
They're just undercurrent. What are they? Here we go. Where's it gonna?
This is
Shove up. There we go.
This is from somebody we know.
Is it?
Teresa.
Teresa
from
was
In
here
the
now.
Kitchen.
Oh,
Yeah.
From Teresa Gorman.
Teresa, Lord, there you are.
It's a hand-delivered big box.
Hand delivered, so we don't have a
Hand-delivered, yeah.
label.
Tim carried it into the car.
We don't have a label. We'll go read. Oh, okay, we got a lot of toys to play with, though. It's a toy box one. Look at this. What is this? Oh, okay. Pet life. You use those on the floor, I think. don't you?
I use a lot of them.
You do use those. Okay.
Yeah. But they're scent-free, they're
Yep.
chemical-free.
Oh, yeah, like-
And then we have these. Oh my word. Oh, these are the bad kind. Oh, those are vanilla ones, so I'm not sure I even want to give them to Steve, but we might
You
find
like the
them here.
vanilla?
I like them. Yeah, I like the vanilla ones. He likes the dark chocolate hazelnut stuff.
Well, he's not here for a couple of
He,
days.
oh my word. Well, there's more in here.
Oh, yeah, there's lots.
There's lots in here. Look at this. Wow.
All kinds of odds and ends.
And you know what I found? Somewhere here we have a carton of these. Like maybe under that thing
Oh,
somewhere.
that's right. I think you're right.
And this is lovely, big, fluffy. Is this washed and all?
Oh, they're all washed. All
All
three of them,
washed.
yep.
Look at that one.
Well done.
That's beautiful.
And here's another one. Look at
There
these
you go.
things though.
No, I'm right in the camera.
Oh, it's another vanilla one. And the dark chocolate. We got one for Steve and two for me.
Coffee?
Coffee. I'm not down to the coffee yet. I've still got these
Oh,
things.
I'm sorry.
We got this thing coming out. New shooter coming out. Ugh. Here we go.
We'll leave these upstairs.
And
here.
that goes over there. Oh, sorry, I missed that. That goes over there. And we have some coffee. And some dog cookies. Dog cookies. And more coffee.
Benny or cookie?
And more coffee.
Benny.
Dark Magic coffee. That's a good time.
That's a good time.
Oh, geez. Bentley's with us. Hey, get up here. That's all. That's it. And another box. Another big box. That's all. There isn't any more in it. Well, that would be interesting tomorrow to get those two females back here. Everybody will be thrilled. More dogs. We got too many dogs. We got to get dogs moving. We have to make a. Maybe you camera people can go ahead and make us a list of who have we got. Who have we got out there in the woods for females? I maybe have the males memorized, but I can lose track of females.
Here you go. That's your list of breed dogs.
Okay. How'd you do that so fast?
Oh,
Grub.
Linda does everything.
That's wonderful. Walter, Scarlett. Well, we got to try the female ones here. Go ahead. You're gonna call. You're gonna
Question, I guess.
question.
Yep.
I gotta get out of the way here. Don't worry.
Everybody shift. Is Tom still in there with the mac and cheese?
No, he left. I'm watching him.
Oh, okay. Is it browning? I mean, and just stick a fork in it, see if it's cooked enough.
Okay, we'll go.
Thank you.
Oh, we got females already. Female. Gary. Reed. Regina. Stowe. And Misty. Who's Misty?
Misty was the house dog, the mantle. We had her in Sizzle, and she went with Kristen and her family a couple, 3 months ago. Krista. Yeah, she was the black mantle that was in here with Sizzle and them. She was misbehaved that day, and then that Sunday, remember?
Oh, okay. And I gave it to the first person standing around.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Huh. What are these columns? Do we know? Do you know what these columns are?
Linda will tell you.
When she had the last litter, or I don't know. It wouldn't be, no.
Linda has that.
No, that's not what that is, because that's wrong age. That's not the shit.
You all right? On your
Let's
nose,
see.
3 noses. A chew. Yeah, that was a 3 nose polluted. Wow. That was interesting. You all right now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 females parked.
You were just being wild puppies right now.
We have 8 females parked.
You're being wild, yes. Everybody has
Some of these are not young.
Okay. Give me this for a sec.
What? Oh, my word. Okay. There we go. We now have the column headings. Last. Parvo. Okay. So those are shots.
Probably mostly medical.
Right. This is very good. It's very good. Scarlet Misha. Okay, I got those two. We got a bunch of black ones. Ooh, what have we got for Harl?
Stowe's a Harl.
No, from the female. I mean male.
Oh, Watson.
Watson. Oh yeah, Watson. I wonder how Watson is. We better take attendance with Watson. I'm really kind of tired of black puppies.
I love the black puppies, quite frankly. I've had an easier time identifying the black
Really?
dogs. Surprisingly, because I always thought I was
Yeah.
marginal. But I had the blacks, I knew like that.
Well, the black, you get a few definite things, but by the time you get a harlequin, if you get a bunch of model harlequins,
Mm-hmm.
then you have trouble picking out what's different.
Mm-hmm.
But a lightly colored, I don't have any trouble telling that harlequin from those.
Well, there's one. He is all muscle.
He is all, well, so's the male in there. The
Vance
two of
is
them.
all muscle too, yeah. His coloring makes it a little more hard to see, but yeah. Vance and he are both.
Those are big,
Sturdy little-
solid dogs.
Yeah.
Their
And the-
heads are big.
And the girls are,
Girls,
yes,
that'll work out fine.
yeah.
We got a couple tanks and him.
How you guys doing? You doing good?
Oh yeah, Jagger. Yeah, Jagger is a musician. He's a Harl. I don't know about the bloodline. He's not listed on there because he's scheduled for neuter, so I don't know. He's down in the barn.
What's he like?
He's young. He's still growing. He's tall. Is Jagger's getting taller. I don't know about
Jaeger.
two G's A R.
Close.
Yeah.
And he's a male, and he's a Harl.
and he's a musician.
Who was his parents?
Oh gosh, Jagger is a musician. Misha and Wilbur? Yeah, it's definitely Misha, and it might be Wilbur.
Question mark Wilbur.
Yeah.
Where's Wilbur on here? Wilbur. Wilbur. Okay.
Oh, Jasper.
Jasper.
Thank you.
Jasper.
That's probably his last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Misha and Jasper, that's a good one line that I probably ought to hold on to. Do all these people think this is interesting, do you suppose, or should I be answering questions?
I don't know. Let me ask you a
See
couple
what the
questions.
questions are.
Yep.
If they are, would you stop talking about that? Then we'd know.
Okay.
Misha and Jasper is a good bloodline.
Yeah, they said Jagger is Misha and Jasper.
You could ask these people, they know everything.
Equinine. Did Dr. Bryan notice Harley's coughing? Does he ever watch them on camera?
He does watch them on camera now and again. I don't notice her coughing.
I'm not in. How often is Harley coughing? I saw a comment about
Harley is
her.
also Painted Lady, right?
She's one of the pregnant ones.
Painted Lady.
Painted Lady.
They also call her Painted Lady.
And Harley.
And Harley, probably.
Okay.
It's the same donkey.
So, I saw a comment a couple of
Well,
weeks
what
ago.
Janine was saying was that she's not bagging up yet. And so we're beginning to wonder what the hell is in there.
Well, it's moving.
It's moving.
It was moving. I mean, I haven't watched her closely.
I gotta go tomorrow and double check it myself to make sure. But she's not
Watson's.
bagged up, according to Janine.
Well, I know that someone a few days ago said she didn't
Not
look at
bagging.
either, but I'm not. Okay, they've posted all your breeders. We don't know if Harley's bagged up yet. She hasn't bagged up yet.
How
She
many
doesn't think.
females they got there?
They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10.
10 females. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They got
You
two
have
more than I do.
Sizzle in there. And Audrey are probably.
Sizzle's not here.
And Audrey. Maybe not. I don't know if she's on the list.
I don't see Audrey either.
So those are your two.
Okay.
Thank you, Bud, on behalf of Sizzle. Bud must have given Sizzle a cookie.
Huh.
Is it equine question to Painted Lady? I don't have a clue. But is it curious or normal? She's curious if it's normal for the spine or the back to sink downward that much. Does her back sink down?
They can be low in the back. We have one other that's very. We have one other that was quite low in the back. I'll tell you who was Mrs. C.
Okay.
He had a very flat, level back, which was a very good thing, and she was definitely sagging a little bit. It can be, but I think it's that way to begin with. I don't think pregnancy does it.
Oh. You think they're in pain?
No, I don't think
It doesn't act like it. None of them act
Eating
like they have
fine.
problems. I mean, May's foot maybe, but I never
Yeah.
see them acting. How am I fur babies? I'm good. My dogs are good. I'm going to go. Now that Teresa's in here hanging out with puppies, I'm going to run down and let them out after mail call. How was Carlene's day? Did you do any training?
I don't. Is today the day I went to the fairgrounds, or was that yesterday? How's that for being unconscious?
I think it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday? Yesterday I did. I took 3 of them to the fairgrounds.
Yeah, I believe
So
that was
I
yesterday.
must not have done it today.
How was
I had
your
to-
hand?
I had to wait for the veterinarian. That took a lot of time. And there was something else that was
Well, the
very-
oil in the morning.
The oil problem
I
this
mean, the
morning took a
propane.
lot of time, and then Ann was here, so I had to do that.
Yeah, so you didn't go
And I had a
today.
whole bunch of stuff to do with this video that we're making I thought about that for a long time. Sometimes it looks like I'm doing nothing, but I'm usually thinking.
They said your knife is in the next drawer. You put it in the wrong
Unbelievable.
drawer. Thank you.
Put the knife in the wrong drawer, they tell me. And I know it. Oh, jeez.
Now I've been asked if I got Carlene's smart TV working and set up in her room to watch the cameras. I did not. If I promised I was going to do that, I forgot. If you asked me to do that, I
must
forgot.
have. I'm sure I did.
Okay.
It's a smart TV.
I did remember about 2 or 3 weeks ago I said something about, can I try to do that tomorrow? And then I went home. All the way home I'm thinking, I swear I thought I was going to do something, and I think it was that. No, I didn't, but I will do it tomorrow. I will remember. I did remember.
The news is getting worse and worse.
Yeah. No, thank you, Sandra. No, it is true. I drove home that week and thought, I promised I was going to do something tomorrow, and I never thought of it. RIP equals human cook. For Cookie's human mommy, may peace be with the dad.
What?
Wonder which two are returning. Can't wait to see them. They're talking about the dogs coming
Oh,
tomorrow,
the dog's coming tomorrow. One of them is that off color,
like Lola.
like Lola. And the other one is black with one white foot. If she comes in and she looks like Warsher, then I'm going to have trouble spaying her.
Chunky?
Yeah, Warsher was a good-looking dog.
Which washer?
What-
Our Washer?
Our Warsher.
Oh, I really like
We
Washer.
spayed her,
Yeah.
which is nice, but what the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't ever decide ahead of time what you're going to do. You know, you got to kind of play it by ear. See, I got Watson. I got to figure out Watson too. I haven't seen him. If these two are
Well, he
alive-
was here. He
What?
was here a month ago,
Yeah, but I didn't really look at his
Oh.
rear end and
or whenever he
put
was
him through
here.
his paces.
Okay. That's Mindy. Mindy the house. She was our house dog.
Okay. What are we
Last
talking
night she was coughing a lot. They're talking about Harley. Did you add Sizzle and Audrey? Thank
about?
you.
There's one Audrey on.
Last night she was coughing a lot. It was as if she had something hung in her throat. I hadn't heard the coughing, but I read the comments. What about Percy?
Right here.
Yeah, no, our fire extinguishers have not gotten checked quite yet.
No. Anybody want to do that, you come right ahead.
Yeah, we are.
Man.
And I actually looked, and it's I think it's a lengthy process to get them returned, or whatever. The females coming to SDP are Jasper's pups. Oh. Yeah, Jasper and Cookies. Yeah.
Huh.
Wasn't sure. I thought I heard Carlene say she wasn't sure she'd take a chance on breeding.
What's this?
I thought I heard Carlene say that she wasn't sure she'd take a chance on breeding the funny colored daughter from Cookies and Cream. Was there another besides Lola that was funny colored?
Yeah, there were 3 of them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You
there
already
were 3 of
answered
them.
it. Okay. Let's go back
And
up
she
here.
kept 2.
Tony is a stud. Yeah. Thank you.
Tony's short.
The females that are coming are 5 years old. Have either had litters or are they too old to start?
They're not too young. That's for sure.
Now, what is the matter with the donkeys in the stall that we have to have a frowny face and see if somebody's going to come back and make adjustments?
What are we
I'm going to check. I'm not sure. Maybe the bags are too high. I'll have to check after. Somebody posted, sorry, moms, looks like a long night ahead unless somebody comes back and makes some adjustments with a frowny face. So, does that mean the bag is too high? I can go down and fix it if we have to.
Rush.
Speaking of things that, no, the fire extinguishers, I did that. I'll check the bags. If they're high, I can lower them. Okay, what else? I'm kind of scrolling a bit because I had hit refreshed before, so we added Mindy Misty May. And Linda just updated it, so we have Sizzle and Audrey on it. Okay. Tony, Breeder, yeah. Okay. Percy. What about Percy? Is Percy a...
Percy? Who's Percy?
I'm not sure. Percy. Did you have a dog, Percy?
I don't know. Oh, you got
Maybe
a
she
lot of
meant
dogs.
Perry. I don't know. Did Dr. Brian Lance May's foot today?
What?
Did Brian Lance May's foot? What did he do to her foot?
He carved it back so it would be open now. But he does think that maybe she's got something wrong with her shoulder.
Oh.
She has a big scar on her shoulder, which I'd never seen before.
Oh.
So that could be complicating her life. And if that's true, then she'll just be on medication because there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said they hung on every word when we were checking their list. You said if they're still interested, they'll let us know. Oh, actually, Tanner found the flashlight. I thought it was in the guest house. It was down in the laundry room. I knew I had it in my hand.
It's been gone for 2 years.
Yeah, I knew I had it in my hand, and I just couldn't remember where. But Tanner did find it.
Yeah, no conception of what.
What was wrong with Pockets?
No, they don't.
Pockets was wearing her feet instead of in a nice even way. One of her feet particularly, the outside was growing out a little bit fast, and what happens is they point to the hide spot, so her foot was getting crooked like that.
Yeah, so they're like people.
That people do the same thing.
Well, people need, braces, adjustments, because
Yeah.
everything's not always perfect.
Right. Well,
But you
These
can't give
could
her
be
a
a
brace,
way-
you gotta
yeah.
shave it.
so he took off that, and she's standing pretty straight now.
I like Pockets. Fresh every now and again, but... Okay, that might be it. We're having mac and cheese for dinner. I am on overnight.
Mac and cheese,
Mac and cheese, that's what we had. Or we have your noodles and hamburger.
like I've had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner so far today.
Well, that's what we had.
And I had the rice once, rice and chicken.
I could make you eggs,
Defeat that towel.
because I don't mind cooking scrambled eggs if you'd rather.
God knows, all I need is a piece of that purple cake.
Did you have a late lunch? Because you really aren't hungry, are you?
Defending yourself and get
No, I've been eating those. I've been eating.
Oh.
I ate noodles. I had noodles right. I just recently had noodles.
They say it's Harley coughing now. Oh, it started with Gigi and now it's Harley. Is it contagious?
Not that I know of.
Noticed Painted Lady coughing when she laid down and would get up. Gracie would do the same thing, but not as bad, thinking that the fat bellies are doing it.
I think you people are watching these donkeys more than I ever have in my life because a cough now and again, it's no big deal. I haven't, for a real cough with the head hanging down and the gagging, that's the way Moose was when we had to do something about it. Other than that, they all can cough once in a while.
already lying down.
Carlene did find the knife in the second drawer. When do I sleep? Wednesday night, all day Thursday, half of Friday. That's part of my schedule. Please say hi to Teresa. Is she staying for Thanksgiving? That's from It's Only Puppy Love. Yes, Teresa is here through Thanksgiving.
You're here through Thanksgiving?
Yes,
Oh, good.
yeah, in the weekend.
Yes, she's here for a few days.
Tired of me, kick me out.
Cookies is 8.5 spayed in New York, I believe.
You go.
Oh, that was a good one, Wade. Oh. We're gonna go.
Okay, I think that might be it. Let's see.
Did you ever think you'd
Smoke.
be talking to a dog
Cough
and
like
have
a
the
bad
dog
smoker.
understand you?
No.
Does she understand
Me?
exactly what you're saying?
know.
The tail stopped.
Okay, last call for questions. If I missed something, let me know because I was scrolling around. So everyone is saying it is after they get up from laying down, the coughing. early morning and around 12 midnight, after midnight.
Well, it's not constant, so I'm not gonna get too worried about it. They're sitting there fine right now.
The hurricanes will be trying outside this evening. I will be watching them and checking on them. I like to poke my head in the window so the light's
Now that we
on.
have a nice flashlight, you're all set.
Yeah.
I lost my flashlight.
You did?
What?
I lost my flashlight for here. The little blue one. It's gone.
Where was it?
No, I had it here. Like
Where'd you keep it here?
in my bag, but then they would take it out. I don't know.
Really?
Anyway.
That's weird.
We got a really good one now.
But she's kind of
Where are you
going back and
pointing?
forth to her car.
Oh. Oh, is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah. That's a $250 flashlight.
It was all lost for a year.
Oh.
It's been lost for a long time. We got loads of flashlights. There's one on the floor over there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you need to get
Is there?
It's probably blue, right?
No, it wasn't. It was a great big black one.
The last holdout on. Oh, that's okay. I'll use my phone.
No, but let me.
And then Bud put new lights in.
There's one on the mantelpiece. Now that you can have that one now that we got this one back.
Yeah, but she's going to put it in her bag.
Yeah, no, that's like no. But if
You know,
I
those
could hit
little
somebody
ones
with that.
That's correct.
Actually, that would be your weapon to the car.
Jeez.
Take
Why did
that.
I put no lights on? I'm confused.
Here, so I can see.
See, you didn't even know you did it.
Brought in.
Yeah, but that was the one that had already been there. But
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Oh,
They're
okay.
there. Yeah,
It just had dead batteries
yeah, dead batteries
in it.
fixed.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.